ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਸਰੀ ਦੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਹਰ ਵਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਡਾ ਲੌਕ ਜੀ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਹੋਣਗੇ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਦ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਜਲਦੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਨ। ਅਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਚੱਲਣੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰਪੋਜ਼ਡ ਕ੍ਰੇਮੇਟੋਰੀਅਮ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਚੱਲੇਗੀ। Her Worship Mayor Brenda Locke. Mayor, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Sat Sri Akal. How are you doing?
Very good, Sat Sri Akal. Mayor, there is a proposed crematorium on 168 and 92. What is the position of the city on this?
Well, the proposal came to the city 2023, and I think it was May of 2023, and it came to council actually not till October of that year. At that time, council sent it back to staff to take a look at a number of things, not the least of which was the issues around the water runoff and parking and a whole bunch of concerns that council had. So it went back to staff, and that's where it is today. I know there has been a lot of talk about this, Harjinder. I fully understand the concerns of the neighborhoods. I've talked to people in that neighborhood. Mm-hmm. But this is far from being even close to completed. We still have to go through public information meetings and public hearings. There has to be a bunch of environmental issues that have to be addressed. So it's still quite early in the process, and still early in even the review process for our city. But I want to say this: we do need. I'm not saying this is the right location because I don't know that, but I do believe we do need a crematorium and another funeral parlor somewhere in this area. People are waiting way too long. I know it's very stressful time for people, and this is just adding to that. So we do need to find that.
Because I spoke to them, they said there are 2,500 people who have signed the petition. The same token, when I spoke to the Five Rivers Society, and they said this is agriculture zoned. It's not residential zoned. And their argument is that Valley View and other funeral homes are in the vicinity, and it's not going to hinder anything in the community. So are you aware that this is not residential zoning? It's agriculture zoning?
Yeah, we know the zoning. The zoning isn't, it is still not within the OCP, the official community plan. So that's why it has to come for a full public hearing at some point.
Oh, it's not in OCP then?
No, it is not in the OCP. And so that's why this is so early in the whole process. But one of the things that we are concerned about in that location is there is issues of our floodplain. That is a concern that was one of the reasons that it went back to staff. So this has got a long way to go. It's going to require an OCP amendment to allow this to happen.
Mm-hmm. So would this agriculture land reserve will agree for this industrial zoning change?
Yeah, so that is not even correct either. This is a suburban zoning that it's in, and it has to be changed to a mixed employment kind of amendment. There has to be an NCP amendment that changes it. Part of it is around industrial and business. There is some serious and significant zoning changes that have to be made in order to accommodate it.
Mm-hmm. Would you be interested in swapping the land somewhere else in industrial area with this land?
Well, I think we have to look for the right place, if this is the right place or if this is not the right place. I don't want to make a judgment call on that, Harjinder. Mm-hmm. I mean, I personally understand the concern of the a neighborhood, but I also really understand the need to have this crematorium built for our city. So if this isn't the right place, we better find the right place. And so I think it's all part of the process. We are very much at the beginning stages, as I said. And I understand why people in the immediate area would be concerned because of parking issues, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that, I mean, I've been to many, many funerals, as I know you have, and we know what it's like at Five Rivers. It's a challenge, especially if there's more than one funeral happening at a time. But
so these petitioners are saying there are only 200 parking provision. Do you think that is the requirement or fulfill the requirement?
Well, then that's one of the things that we have to look at really aggressively with our planning department, because that will just be a real choke point in that neighborhood. So we want to make sure not only the parking is going to meet the needs, but it's also the roads and everything else getting in and out, because it may be a challenge. So we have to look at all of those pieces, and that's exactly what our staff are doing. We've had many letters, so I know that there's a petition, but we've had letters as well. And I know that the public is concerned. I've received many myself, as well as...
You mean the letters of support?
No, letters of concern. So I do know there's support for another crematorium and funeral home, but it's just, is this the location? That's what we have to determine, and that's what we will determine.
So where will be your vote then, in case it goes to the voting? Are you in favor or nay?
We're not even close to having all the information in front of us, Harjinder. I would never preempt that without hearing from the public, and we will be having that public hearing to give the public their ability to say what's on their mind. But I do recognize the concerns they have. So this is a process that I know is difficult, but it is part of the process.
So it might take 1 year or less?
Oh, no, it will take some time to get there. I don't know if it'll be a year, but it will take a long time. And I think it's in January, February, they're going to have the first public information meeting. Mm-hmm. And so we'll see where that lands, because I'll be very keen on hearing from them about how that, what comes back out of that public information meeting. But still, even after that, there still has to be public hearing, open consultation in front of council. So all of those things are still in the planning process.
So the land in question is not residential, it's not an OCP. Is that correct?
The land is not in the OCP. It is, right now, it's, I believe, suburban to mixed employment, and that's going to be the change. And then we have to look at an amendment from that suburban cluster to industrial business park.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate your availabilities.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
To clear
you know,
this
residents really appreciate when you are needed and you come in and give us the information. We'll speak to you again.
My pleasure. Thank you, Harjinder.
Okay, bye-bye. ਮੇਅਰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਹਾਲੇ ਮੈਂ ਕੋਈ ਮਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਾਇਆ, ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕਿੱਧਰ ਵੋਟ ਪਾਵਾਂਗੀ। ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਵੋਟ ਕਿੱਧਰ ਆ? ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਲੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਟਾਫ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰੇਗਾ, ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਹੀਅਰਿੰਗ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ ਅਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕੋਈ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਹੋਣਾ। ਪਰ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ, ਮੈਂ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੰਸਰਨ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਲੇ ਦੁਆਲੇ ਲੋਕ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਭਾਵਨਾਵਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਪਤਾ ਨੇ। ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਚਿੱਠੀਆਂ ਆਈਆਂ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿਰੁੱਧ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ। ਸੋ ਹਾਲੇ ਸਮਾਂ ਲੱਗੇਗਾ। ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਨਵਰੀ ਫਰਵਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਲੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ 'ਚ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਚੱਲਣੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੀਅਰਿੰਗ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ। ਪਰ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪੁਸ਼ਟੀ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਐਗਰੀਕਲਚਰ ਲੈਂਡ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਹੋਰ ਦੱਸੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਸਬ ਅਰਬਨ ਲੈਂਡ ਦੀ ਕਈ ਕਿਸਮ ਦੀਆਂ ਜ਼ੋਨਿੰਗਸ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ। ਔਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਸਪਸ਼ਟ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਲੈਂਡ OCP ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਓਫੀਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਪਲਾਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਹਾਂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕੰਸਰਨ ਜ਼ਾਹਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਪਾਰਕਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਸਮੱਸਿਆ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਏ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫਿਊਨਰਲ ਹੋਮ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਪਾਰਕਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਸਮੱਸਿਆ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਰ ਹਾਲੇ ਵਿਚਾਰਾਂ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ, ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੀ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ। ਪਰ ਇਹ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਪੱਕਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਫਲੱਡ ਪਲੇਨ ਏਰੀਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਫਲੱਡ ਦਾ ਏਰੀਆ ਹੈ, ਹੜ੍ਹ ਆਇਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਪਾਣੀ ਖੜ੍ਹ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਪਿੱਛੇ ਰਿਵਰ ਵੀ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਸਰਪੈਂਟਾਈਨ ਰਿਵਰ ਆ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ।